Merry Christmas to you and to your loved one. Christmas is like my favorite time of the years because it's not only we got a long holiday, but it's also the spirit of Christmas that's bring joy and smile to people, and I can easily spot that everywhere I go. But it can be very stressful time as well because we have a lot of parties to go, parties to host, and gifts to buy. And when it's come to gifts, we want to buy the best gift for our loved one so that they would be happy when they open the gifts. And when they are happy, we are happy as well. But it can be very stressful when we're trying to manage our money and manage our budget. So many times I have to remind myself of what is Christmas is really all about. And I'm sure many of you know what is Christmas is all about. But today I want to also share with you what I have learned about Christmas over the last 7 years of study Bible. And then because of that, I understand better of what is this holiday or season is really all about. As an engineer and scientist, I found the logic behind Christmas is one of the most miraculous one, and I have 4 observations I want to share. The first one, Christmas is the second most celebrated holidays after International New Year's. However, Christmas has a very humble and the lowest beginning because Christmas starts from a birth of a baby named Jesus. So this baby was born in an animal stable. He did not even have a crib at the beginning, so he was put in the animal feed box. Can you imagine putting your firstborn in the animal feed box? Today we would be worried about germs and bacteria to attack your baby, right? So this baby really have nothing at the beginning, but yet almost around the world we are celebrating his birthday. And the second marvel of this whole story is about Jesus' teaching. The baby Jesus grew up to be a carpenter, and for the first 30 years of his life, he did carpentry work. So after 30 years old, he decided he's going to go and teach. So he went and got his baptism done. He walked out from water and started to teach. And from the record, he never obtained any kind of training in neuroscience, psychology, or medicine, but yet he started to teach and perform some kind of healing, and it's got record in the history. He's only teach for 3 years, and all this teaching lasts over 2,000 years until today that we learn about him. So logic thinking, just compared to our situation, do you think that our work today that we did in a company will last for the next 10 years or the next 20 years? Let alone thousands of years. It may be possible for some, but my point is it's not easy and it's not normal, especially from the person who never have any kind of training. Because after studying so many personal development from many famous guru and religious leader, I know that all these people, they have to have over couple decades long of training before they start to teach. And yet so few of them make it to history book, right? And for Jesus, he's the only man that doesn't have any record of formal training, and his teaching lasts over 2,000 years. Fact number 3, from the history, Jesus was the only leader that claimed to know that he knows when he's going to get killed, and he's allowed it to happen. And he's the only leader that claimed that his death was for others and for love. And as we know, leaders in the past and up until today, they would do everything to maintain their power, right? They even kill their family's members just to maintain their power, either their brothers, their son, their wife, anything just to be in power longer. My first observation is that Jesus' teaching changed the world. Why did I say this? Because before Jesus' time, based on the history, the world pretty much run by a warlord, a priest, and a powerful group of people. Children and women has no voice in the society at that time. And then Jesus came along and started to teach about love, equality, and he includes women and children in every aspect equally as men. So without Jesus' teaching, I would not know how equality and human rights would look like today. And one may argue that the world will come to terms with human rights anyway, even without Jesus. And I think that you may be right. But the other observation is that the country that was big on human rights, if we look back in the history, we would know that these countries are the countries that adopt Jesus' teaching earlier in the history. And the country like in Scandinavian country, these people actually are the one who spread Christianity teaching all over Europe early in civilizations. So, is Jesus is God or is God is real? This question I cannot answer for you. This kind of question is the question that you have to do your own research and find out for yourself. But one thing I can tell you, and I'm confident, if you start to do research on this topic, it will be very rewarding, whatever you find. So after all this story and this study, one thing I learned for fact is that 2000 years ago, there was a man named Jesus whose work is all about love. He spread the word of love and he teach people what his love is all about, and he was willing to die for the love that he had for other people that he did not even know, and for that I am truly grateful. So Merry Christmas everyone, and may you enjoy receiving love freely and giving love freely, because that what Christmas is all about. Bye. I'm going to go and see my kids' performance now. Merry Christmas.